last week, a false rumor circulated on social media stating the purported death of celebrated Nigerian entrepreneur Dr. Mike Adenuga. The false information quickly gathered momentum on social media, with various users questioning if it could be true, and some handles even going as far as posting Mike Adenuga's portrait as an obituary. In his article this morning, journalist Lasisi Olagunju of Nigerian Tribune reflects on the phenomenon of fake news, especially concerning false proclamations of death. But this is not unique to the digital era of fake news on social media. There was a similar hoax shared about Nigeria's first president, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, in 1989, where it was said that he even read his own obituary while sitting in his study in Onitsha, Anambra State. However, renowned Nigerian musician Dr. Ebenezer Obey, aka Chief Commander, has released a song in light of this entire debacle, which he has personally and exclusively shared with Arise News.
Irọ́ pátápátá ni wọ́n ní Dr. Mike Adenuga ti kú. Irọ́ pátápátá ni wọ́n ní Dr. Mike Adenuga ti kú. Ẹ̀yin òkúrọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ lọ yẹ rọ́ọ̀bà o. Ẹ̀yin òkúrọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ lọ yẹ rọ́ọ̀bà o. Mike Adenuga Adeniyi Ìṣọ̀lá òkú ó ń bẹ láyé.
Mike Adenuga Adeniyi Ìṣọ̀lá òkú ó ń bẹ láyé.
Ẹ má ronú kú s'Adenuga yìí o.
Ayé ló wà, Adenuga òkú. Ayé ló wà. Adenuga òkú lójú Ìṣọ̀lá.
Ọ̀rẹ́ aláìní, olùrànlọ́wọ́ aráyé.
Ayé ló wà,
Adenuga òkú.
ayé ló wà.
Aṣọre máṣíkà olówó tó fowó ṣàánú.
Ayé ló wà,
Adenuga òkú.
ayé ló wà.
Ẹ má ronú kú s'Adenuga.
Ayé ló wà, Adenuga òkú. Ayé ló wà.
Ìṣọ̀lá Adenuga mi o.
Olúwa tó mú ẹ dàgbà, á fún ẹ lẹ́mìí gígùn o.
Ìṣọ̀lá Adenuga mi o.
Olúwa tó mú ẹ dàgbà, á fún ẹ lẹ́mìí gígùn o.
Ara líle, àlàáfíà tó péye, kiri ló gbogbo òdì.
Ara líle, àlàáfíà tó péye, kiri lólogójì. Wọ́n dàgbàlagbà, ẹ̀mí gígùn rẹpẹtẹ.
Adenuga mi Ìṣọ̀lá.
Olúwa tó mú ẹ dàgbà, á fún ẹ lẹ́mìí gígùn o.
Adenuga mi Ìṣọ̀lá.
Olúwa tó mú ẹ dàgbà, á fún ẹ lẹ́mìí gígùn o.
Aṣọre máṣíkà.
Olúwa tó fowó ṣàánú.
Aṣọre máṣíkà.
Olúwa tó fowó ṣàánú.
Ó ṣe fónílé, ó ṣe fàlejò. Ní Nàìjíríà, Áfíríkà àti gbogbo àgbáyé. Ẹni ro kúrò ẹ o.
Onítàn wá forí ẹ gbé.
So this is an awesome opportunity for me to learn some Yoruba and, of course, for us to unpack the phenomenon of fake news, which is not new, which has been happening. And I loved the article. I hope you get a chance to read it, where he begins by talking about a journalist who had, reported the death of an Oba and so forth. So, fake news is not new. However, we have to be more responsible now, because this thing that we hold is very powerful and makes things go much further.
So I'll tell you a very interesting story about fake news and what it led to. Two brothers, Alfred and Ludwig, had built a very big industry on super tankers, and they were transporting a lot of oil But in his earlier life, Alfred had invented the dynamite. And when Ludwig died, there was a story that ran that was saying the merchant of death is dead. And Alfred felt that if he had died, that was how he would have been remembered. So that was what made Alfred take most of the money he made from his supertanker business to set up something called the Nobel Prize today. His name, Alfred, his last name, Nobel. So it just shows you, fake news, there constantly be stories about people and say they have died and these people have not died. The rumor mongers should please stop whatever they're doing as regards Adenuga. Adenuga too is one of the pride of this country. He's built a business, taking a bet on this country, constantly invested here. And we're happy he's ill and healthy and he's doing very well.
Yeah. When you're talking about the pride of Nigeria, Dangote being one of them, Adenuga is one of them as well. Massive investments in the business sector. You can imagine the number of lives, I dare say destiny, tied to his conglomerates in terms of people he's been able to employ, lives he's been able to affect, and the Nigerian economy as well. So it was quite sad to see that some mischievous people, for whatever reason, decided to post out this fake news, and thankfully it was nipped in the bud very quickly, and it was debunked with, I think it was Mr. Adele Momodu who came out first to say that it was fake news, and he had spoken to him, so it was good to hear that news debunked. But like you said, it just highlights the fact that when news like this breaks, check again and check again before spreading, before passing on the information. But thank God he's alive and hale and hearty, and great to see that just after he celebrated his daughter's wedding, traditional marriage ceremony. We don't often see him, but he was there, with his friends. It was great to see that, and thanks to the commander himself, Ebenezer Obey, for this tribute.
Okay, very quick things. There is this folk belief among the Yorubas that when you announce a man's death prematurely, and he's not dead, what you are in fact doing invariably is wishing him long life. And we want to wish Otumba Mike Adenuga, long life, greater prosperity, even if you may think one of the richest men in the world, he's already a prosperous man. But we wish him many more years of service to humanity, one of the major patriots that Nigeria can boast of. But Lasisi Olagunju, Dr. Lasisi Olagunju, in Tribune today, Nigerian Tribune, in his column Monday Lines, already dealt with this issue at length about the threat of fake news, killing people by media. That's not part of our responsibility to commit murder by just murdering people. The classical case of Zik that you referred to was on November 8, 1989. In fact, a burial committee had already been established. NTA ran a documentary, The Life and Times of Zik. Columnists in New Nigerian were already writing about the achievements of Zik and his life and times. And yet this man was in his study working on a book. So that's how bad. Some of the members of the burial committee, a burial committee was set up. Some of the members of that burial committee died before the inimitable, Chief Nnamdi Azikiwe, the Owele of Onitsha, the spirit of Africa, great nationalist. So this is a lesson that everybody should learn, particularly those people who carry miserable phones around, and are quick to just spread misinformation. Anyway, thank you, Bimbai. I'm told we've run out of time. Yes.